Hello everyone, this is Divya, working as Assistant Professor in AAA Department at St. Peter's Engineering College. Today I want to discuss about PN junction diode, belongs to the subject Basic Electrical and Electronics Engineering in the fourth unit. So PN junction diode is nothing but it is a two-terminal device which is introduced by using two types of semiconductor. P-type semiconductor is suitably joined to N-type semiconductor and the contact surface is called the PN junction. So here you can see the PN junction diagram. In the P-type semiconductor there are number of positive holes and in the N-type there are electrons. So this construction is called as PN junction. So first of all, what is meant by N-type semiconductor and P-type semiconductor? Coming to the N-type semiconductor, doping pentavalent impurities like phosphorus or arsenic or antimony to an intrinsic semiconductor like pure silicon or pure germanium will results to an n-type extrinsic semiconductor. So in this type, the majority charge carriers are electrons only. So thus, so these are the free electrons and these are the pentavalent electrons. So this is about the n-type semiconductor. And next coming to the p-type semiconductor, when you adding or doping trivalent impurities like boron or gallium to the intrinsic semiconductor will result in p-type extrinsic semiconductor. That means when a small amount of trivalent impurity is added to a pure semiconductor, it is called as a p-type semiconductor. So this is the structure of p-type semiconductor. These are the holes and these are the trivalent impurity atom, that is gallium. And next coming to the depletion region, when a p-type semiconductor is joined with n-type semiconductor, the middle it forms a depletion region. That means the depletion region is also called as depletion layer, that is depletion zone. The combination of electrons and holes depletes the holes in the p region and the electrons in n region near the junction. That means from this n-type semiconductor the electrons will jump this side and p-type semiconductor the holes will come this side. So at the barrier they forms a depletion region, that is called as depletion zone. So these are called as negative ions and these are called as positive ions. And coming to the PN junction operation, it may be operated in two ways, that is forward biasing and reverse biasing. So forward biasing, what is meant by forward biasing and what is meant by reverse biasing, we will see here. So forward biasing is nothing but when positive terminal connected to the P region and negative terminal connected to the N region, that is called as forward bias. That means P type is connected to positive terminal of the battery and N type is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, then that is called as forward biased. So as positive terminal of the battery is connected to P type, the holes are repelled by the positive terminal of the battery and they are towards the junction. So hence the depletion region will reduces as the voltage increases. When the applied voltage is greater than the barrier potential, then the holes in P-type will get enough force to cross the potential barrier. Hence the PN junction diode will act as a short circuit. That means a conductor. So only applied voltage is greater than the battery potential. So when the forward bias occurs, that will act as a closed path. So the current passes through the circuit. So coming to the reverse bias, when the negative terminal is connected to the P region and the positive terminal is connected to the N region, then it will act as a reverse bias. That means P type is connected to the negative terminal of the battery and N type is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, then it is called as reverse bias. So as negative terminal of a battery is connected to P type, that means holes which have positive charges, those are attracted by the negative terminal of the battery and they are moved away from the junction. Hence the depletion region will increase as the applied voltage increases. So for any applied voltage, the charge carriers will not move across the junction and current will be zero. Hence, the PN junction diode will act as a open circuit or insulator in the reverse bias condition. So there will be very little current in order of microamperes in reverse bias condition due to monetary charge carriers. So this cannot be considered. So here this is the forward bias circuit diagram. That means here the positive terminal is connected to the P type and the negative terminal is connected to the N type. And coming to the reverse bias, here the negative terminal of the battery is connected to the P type and the positive terminal is connected to the N type. So these are the characteristics of the PN junction diode. So coming to here, this is the barrier voltage, and up to this point there is very slow increase in the, that is maximum it is constant. That means if the forward voltage increases, the forward current also very much constant up to this point, but after this point that is going to a rapid increase. That means this can be called as knee voltage or breakdown voltage, forward breakdown voltage. And coming to here, after this point, this will increases like this. So here, this point is called as a reverse breakdown voltage. This is the forward current axis, this is the reverse current axis, and this is the forward voltage, and this is the reverse voltage. Voltage units are also only the forward current units can be mentioned in milliamperes and the reverse current can be mentioned in microamperes. Why? Because in the reverse biased condition, that means in the reverse current there is very negligible amount of current that is indicated in microamperes. So here we are considering the microamperes. This is the knee voltage, that means forward breakdown voltage, and this is the reverse breakdown voltage. So this one we already seen. In the forward bias, no current flows until the barrier voltage is zero point 0.3 for germanium and it is zero point 0.7 for silicon. So whenever the applied voltage crosses the barrier voltage, then only the diode will act as a conduction. That means that will act as a closed path. Then the curve has linear rise and current increases with increase in the forward voltage. As we seen here, after crossing the barrier voltage only, the current increases when we increases the forward voltage. And coming to the next one, above the 3 volts, the majority carriers passing the junction gain sufficient energy to knock the electrons. That means above zero point 0.3 volts only the majority carriers passing the junction sufficient energy to knock the electrons. So the forward current increases sharply after the barrier voltage only. And coming to the reverse bias junction, the junction resistance potential barrier increases when reverse voltage is increased beyond a value called breakdown voltage, and reverse current increases sharply above the 25 reverse voltage destroys the junction permanently. So this is about the forward bias and reverse bias conditions. And next, coming to the advantages, for the PN junction diode there is no filament is necessary and it occupies very less space and it gives very long life when compared to the other elements. So this is about PN junction diode. Thank you.